Well, the second round match of the USA 94 World Cup between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Azuris of Italy is our focus today. Don't forget that year, Nigeria were the best team in Africa. We won the Nations Cup, and leading up to that competition, I mean, we were favorites. We were favorites to do very well. And at the end of the competition, even though we were knocked out, we were voted the most entertaining team. Yep. Last week, we talked about Nigeria at Atlanta '96. I mean, that period was the golden era of Nigerian football, obviously.
Yeah, it is.
But that night is one that Nigerians will never forget. It was one of the saddest moments of our history as a footballing nation. Up to the 88th minute.
Yep,
it was just about two minutes to go. Nigeria was leading Italy by 1-0 but the Italians came back.
Oh, certainly.
With all their trickery and everything, and somehow managed to snatch it from us. But, Biola, what happened?
Quite a number of things. I think that the first thing that happened was that we got a bit complacent. Our players are not used to playing at that level as at that point in time. Even though we won the Nations Cup in Tunisia, like we already mentioned, we were rated 5th in the world as at that point. But there are teams like Italy, the Brazils, the Argentinas who are exposed at this level, who know that games the end of the game has not come until the final whistle has come, and that was what happened to our guys. We thought that 85th minute, 89th minute, we're doing really well, 1-0 up, and then crucially, don't forget Kibati. When we lost Emmanuel Amunike and Daniel Amokachi, at that point in time we were the ones attacking. The Italians were on the back foot, and then when those guys got injured, we brought in Mutiari Boju and Thompson Olia, and from that point on, we were the ones on the back foot. It must be said though that JJ Okocha came into that game, and for all of his trickery, it was making it difficult for the Italians, but as long as it was 1-0, there was always an opportunity. So inexperience, a bit of complacency, and also the tactical switch to bringing into midfielders when we lost two of our best strikers.
Let me take it from the part of the inexperience. I think from the coaching crew up till the players on the pitch, everything went wrong before that game, during the game, and even after the game. There was a problem between Siasia and Olise before the game, and the coach automatically used that as a yardstick to drop one of your most potent player who could come in as a backup for the guys on the field. And true to type, Amunike and Amokachi got injured. He didn't have Siasia. He had a little problem with Victor Ekweba that didn't allow him to play. One of Nigeria's best players, the Prince of Monaco at the time. So all of that also counted. And football generally, globally, had gone into that dynamic level where it's now not just about what you do on the field, but it's about those little details that you take care of off the field that really count at the end of the day. And the Italians were a family. We were a disgruntled group of people who were just playing on the strength of all the excitement and the balls that was running around us. And then it got to the point where there was nothing we could do, where we could count on the extra factor. We didn't have it again. Next level, we didn't get the next level.
Absolutely.
And that was how we lost that game.
I think that
let's not forget that we were playing against 10 men. Gianfranco Zola was sent off. I mean, that's even one of the things that made it sad.
Balling.
But one name Nigerians will never forget is Roberto Baggio.
His royal ponytail. That guy.
Nigerians will never forget, even though the penalty that sealed the game for them was, some people felt, it was a bit controversial. It was the trickery of Italians that came into play.
It just showed that those guys were one level ahead of us for all of the entertainment that we brought to the table, all of the competence, all of the fantastic football play, particularly on the wings. A lot of pace going forward. We were just missing something. It could be experience. It could be, I don't know the word you want to use to describe. It just showed that we were just one step short. And like you said, gamesmanship. At the highest level by the Italians, they conned the penalty where there was none. Augustine Iguavon just ran into that man.
He played into the tree.
Absolutely, it was a penalty. And once there was that penalty, remember that we were considered that late equalizer. Heads had dropped, shoulder had dropped, and from that point on, it was very difficult to see how Nigeria was going to get back into that game. And when they got that penalty, I started crying.
It's interesting you said heads have dropped because I remember last week on the show we were talking about Nigeria, Brazil. I know it was 2 years after that, but we emphasized on the Nigerian spirit.
Good.
Would you say that's what was missing?
Now,
learn from that.
Now, when we lost in '94, the same players in that team were not the progenitor in '96. Amokachi was there, Usho Kechukwu was there, Terrible West who didn't go to the World Cup was there, Victor Ekweba was on the bench, was in that team, JJ Okocha was in that team too.
Was there as well.
Who was the 23rd player, the first time we had a 23-man team, was there too. So they all were in that team. And Emmanuel Amunike, the scorer of the goal in the 25th minute against Italy, was in that team. So all of that's next level that we didn't have it in '94. We now had it in '96. And somehow it seems like the Brazilians took us for granted. Felt like we are 3-1 up, we can always deal with them. But coming back to the Italian game again, it was that crucial factor of not having it, knowing fully whether it's the Italians hosted the World Cup in '90, and they came in on the back of Schillaci being the front runner in their team, then Roberto Baggio coming in as one of the surprise players, not forgetting the goal he scored against Czechoslovakia, rated as the best solo goal at the World Cup. So at this level, he knew all what to do. He knew how to rally his squad. He knew how to tell his players, put your head down. We just won't go down. We could come into it. But Nigeria didn't have that. There was no general.
Was it just motivation, or was it just? Well, did they change his tactics? What exactly did the Italians do?
I think that the Italians just knew that we were going to make a mistake as the game wore on, and that mistake we did make. Sunday Olise, who was fantastic.
Oh yeah, defensive
all
blunders,
of 1994, just lost the ball at that moment. Now, the lesson they tell any player is, if you are 1-0 up, final minutes of the game, no matter what in the world, don't lose possession. And that was what we did. We lost possession in a crucial area. They walked the ball to Roberto Baggio and found that goal.
Good. Now look at it from this angle. Stephen Keshi was not on that field. It was the boss. And he had amassed such a stature that it was a demigod in the team. Sometimes when you have Stephen Keshi on the field and playing, he does far more than even a coach would do. And the fact that you didn't have Stephen Keshi on that field, every other person, remember, Olise, for all his brilliant play, his good play, he was still a rookie in the team. Before now, we had Eston Eguavon playing in that role as a midfielder. Then you shifted Eguavon to the right fullback. Against an Italian side that was more experienced, I thought that the coach should have kept all his difference. So when we brought in the two substitutes, Moti Adepoju and Olea into that field, that was the game changer for me, because at that point, the Italian said, okay,
well, it was a game changer that worked in favor of the Italians.
They're not going
That's where I wanted to go. So it was more of mistakes on Nigeria's part.
Oh, yes.
The Italians just play the patient game.
When you are leading up to 1-0, 88 minutes, and you lose the game, it's all your fault.
Anyway, at the end of the tournament, Nigeria was still voted as the most entertaining team
for whatever
at the World Cup, for whatever it was. I mean, we played
I would have loved to come second anyway.
We played beautiful football. Like I said last week, I wish Nigeria will play, I mean, the way we used to play in those days. I mean, that spirit, I mean, come on. I mean,
we'll get there.
That cohesion that we used to have in our team that we've not seen in a long time. I wish we will see again in Nigerian football. Well, those were the golden days. That was the golden era of Nigerian football, and we hope we'll see more of that sometime in the future. When we come back from this break, we're back in the jungle. The rumble will continue. We'll be right back.
I stopped being your friend.
This season, see them in action in the Premiership, the La Liga, Italian Serie A, Bundesliga and the Nigerian Premiership. Rumble to prove your team's worth.
Tuning in, you're watching the most exciting football program on TV. It's Football Crossfire. Come on, boys.
Deal with you. I that voodoo of what's not
SMS to 3333073. Send it by writing CRF. Type
Predict club strategies for every game. Change your team's fortunes. Who will be the villain? Who will be the vanquished? Football Crossfire, bringing the beautiful game closer to you.